Hey.
Is anybody out there?
Hey, y'all. Is anybody on? What do you
We have to remember, people's, there's the camera right there. Because we're
looking up.
uh
What do you have
This tea's
comments
good.
on? Is that YouTube or Facebook?
This is on YouTube. The first one's YouTube, and this one is Facebook. Go live.
Okay.
So we are live.
Hey, y'all.
Life in the fast lane.
Hey. We got
Lori, Chris, Janice.
Hey, Chris.
A&T.
Hey, Janice. Hey, Lawanda. Trish, Birmingham. Oh.
Athens, Georgia.
Hey, Linda Britnell. How's Pop feeling? Pop had a little surgery today on his back. And he was a little loop-de-loop when I saw him.
So Stumpy and Danette from Perry Hill.
Hey, Perry Hill. Stumpy and Danette. How are y'all? Have y'all recovered from the weekend? Y'all had a pretty busy, intense weekend.
Yep.
Busy for y'all.
Hello from the barn. G&G. Oh, Catherine's in the barn still.
Hey, Catherine.
She is in the barnyard.
Hey, Allison. Hey, Jean.
Hello. Hello, friend.
How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Susan, Cheryl, Faye. Perry Hill says they're exhausted. So we went to an event this weekend. We went to Keepers of the Old Ways in Dothan, Alabama.
Dothan.
And it was so much fun. So much fun. We got to hang out with our friends, Perry Hill gang. And we got to see a lot of our friends. You read the comments? I can't read comments and talk at the same time. So we hung out with a lot of our friends. The whole Perry Hill gang was there except Lauren. We missed Lauren. She was at her parents.
Lori's multitasking. She's watching one of our videos while she's doing the live.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that'll work.
That'll work.
Thank you, Janet.
Thanks.
Yes, we can't wait till next weekend.
Yes.
Pedals.
It's going to be fun.
Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Wow.
That's not far from my son. He's in New Hampshire. Sweet.
So we hung out with Anna with Fermented Homestead, and I took one of her classes. It was on fermentation, and it was really, really good. I do some fermentation. I've made kombucha and kefir and
language.
Yeah, and kefir exploded in my house one day.
Oh my gracious!
We still have little holes in the cabinets where the glass exploded and was like bullets and went into the cabinets.
We came home from church and we thought somebody broke in the house because there was glass
everywhere.
Like a bomb went off.
It exploded.
Yeah, I'm glad nobody was home.
It wasn't church. It was my dad was in the hospital.
Okay.
And we were gone for a couple of days.
Church.
So I wasn't here to burp it. You have to burp kefir and kombucha, let the air out or it builds up pressure and it explodes. So that's what happened. We were gone to the hospital for a few days, come back, had exploded kefir.
Yeah.
But that class was so interesting because Anna not only talked about fermentation and the health for your gut health and everything and foods, but she also talked about fermentation for the garden and for fermentation for your animals to, ferment their feed and the benefits of that and the benefits of fermenting like comfrey, even like chicken poop and all of that before you spread it on your garden. It was so interesting. I enjoyed that class a lot.
She was selling a lot. She was knocking it down.
She was selling some booch.
She was making some boochie.
She was selling some booch.
Yeah. Hello from Huffman, Texas. Love y'all too. Hello from New Hampshire. Here ya.
I also took a class on how to make sourdough. Her name's Alex, and
Hey, Brown Thumb.
it was such a good class, y'all. So I bought a starter from her, and I am on a quest to learn how to make sourdough. And it's going to be so much fun because it's just like there's such an art to it. And you can make all these different breads and pizza dough and tortillas
I didn't have
and
dinner.
cinnamon rolls and
Trish says she's got her Just Dig It sticker on her green stalk, and she met you at Antiques last year.
oh, okay. Hey, Trish. Thank you.
Yes. Brown Thumb.
Hey, Brown Thumb. Hey, Rob and Deb. Peggy. Hey, Peggy Mills.
Hey, I'm going to Gulfport, Mississippi, Glenn. I'm going to Pascagoula here soon.
Purchase some comfrey plant. Where can I find some to purchase?
Go find my lab, and he's got comfrey.
Yeah, he loves to eat it. Your local nursery, I would think, would have some, but I know Petals from the Past has comfrey plants, and you can actually order and they'll ship it to you. So it's just petalsfromthepast.com, and or you can call them 205-646-0069, and you can order some. They'll ship it to you. I know if your local nursery don't have it.
Susan, what in the world? I hope you're healing up. Mercy,
What
she had her
happened?
large intestine removed.
Oh my gracious.
That's painful. Yeah, my dad just got out of a little minor surgery today. He had an ablation done on his back.
Yeah.
And they tell somebody in the waiting room scared him and told him he better go under or he's gonna hurt. So Dad took the woozy stuff and he came home going, "Oh."
Your mom's
The nurse couldn't get him in the car. He took off running from her down. He thought,
the cough. Oh Lord.
I went over and checked on him. He's fine. He's just wearing off his meds. He's in La La Land.
Oh, that's funny. Oh wait, what does that say? I watch Our Tribe of Many. Sarah makes her own sourdough for her family of 12. Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Shoot, that gas station pizza, if it's that Hunt Brothers, or I think that's what it's called, that stuff's pretty good.
It's not good for you, though, Catherine.
I don't.
That's not good for you.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
How you feeling, Tracy? I'm feeling better. Thank you. I'm feeling better.
Yeah, so
we're getting there.
Tracy has made kombucha, and she usually keeps it up here. It looks like a brain up there in it, and it scares kids. But so I had some kombucha from Anna this weekend. It was good. It was great. I got down to the bottom of the bottle, and I wasn't thinking, and I was like, oh boy, I got a big old somebody spit up in mine.
Hey, Laura, is this? Hey, that's Laura Spencer with Simply Making It. I got my mother from you, Laura, and
Mother.
And it's gone bad. We're talking about kombucha. If you don't know about kombucha, you have to have a mother, which is called a SCOBY,
little alien.
Symbiotic
bacteria,
yeast and bacteria. Yeah. There's a couple other words in there, but it's how you make kombucha. So I got my last mother from Laura Spencer at Simply Making It, and it's gone bad because it's gone without attention to Laura. So I've got to get a new one too. No. I wish I had one to share with you though.
Connie, we missed you. She got there Saturday afternoon.
Oh shoot.
We left around 1:30ish or so. And we were there on Friday too, but we had to get back. We had stuff in the greenhouse that was burning up.
Sorry, Connie. Dang, we left too early. Yeah, we wanted to get back and tend to everything and not be so late getting in because we had church Sunday morning. So I'm sorry, Connie.
Becky says, are you sick?
Don't be mad at us.
No, my dad had surgery. Not Tracy.
No, I didn't have surgery. I got allergies. I'm dealing with allergies. In fact, we are drinking immune boosting tea. It is, let me tell you what's in it. And this is not my herbs. I got this from one of the vendors as Speakers of the Old Ways.
Speakers.
Keepers.
She said,
Keepers of the Old Ways.
Speakers.
It's the name of their farm is Mayim, Mayim.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing
farm.
them.
I don't really know the correct way of saying it, but this has echinacea, burdock root, spearmint, ginger root, tulsi, guduchi. I don't know what that is. Lemongrass and ashwagandha to support immunity and overall
This is
vitality.
good tea. I'm not kidding.
It's very good. It's good.
Got a little
good,
honey in
good.
it, and it rocks the soul.
Yep. It's pretty good. And yes, we're drinking this because I've had allergy deal going on for over a month now. Connie's not mad. I should have got there earlier. Let's see. So what else did we do at Keepers? I did the sourdough class. I've got my starter. I ordered a Dutch oven because I didn't have one. We need one anyway. I ordered the Dutch oven and the Benetton basket and the score thing so you can make it real pretty and do carvings in it and stuff. I'm excited about it. Anyway, I've been researching it. I'm going to learn how to do this. I took a class with Nicole from Hidden Oaks Homestead. We did an apothecary class, and that was a really good class.
Okay, so we got a question.
What else do we do?
Tater Farm wants to know what kind of variety of olive tree do you have?
I have Arbequina, Arbequina, I believe. Arbequina. It's a variety that will do well here, but it can only go down to, I believe it's 17 degrees, and then it'll kill it. So I've tried planting it outside like twice, and we had a couple of colds below 17 and it killed it. So
it's hard to grow them here.
Yeah. So, I mean, it will grow here and it will actually produce fruit, but you need to protect it, during the winter. When we get a freeze, I say protect it. So I'm growing mine now in a container so that I can just carry it into my greenhouse or into the house during a freeze.
So does Sarah have a website, the lady that did the sourdough class? Do you know her website?
Alex.
Okay.
Her name was Alex, and she doesn't have a website. No, she don't.
Well, Parker wants to know if you'll give him the
hey,
shout
Parker. Out. Okay. You met him too, didn't you? Did you meet Parker?
I don't think I met him. I seen him on your Instagram. He was at the
dinner. He was at Perry Hill's house for dinner.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm at Parker. So I'm walking along, looking at all the vendors, talking to friends. And this young man comes up to me and says, "Hey, ma'am, do you want to try some of my scrub here?" And he puts it on my hands, and it's really good stuff too. His Gigi makes it, but he is the salesman. So we got to talking. He is a natural born businessman, of course. He's a good salesman. And I was just talking to him and everything. And he is just such an awesome young man. He's only 14. He has a YouTube channel, and it's called Parker Leonard. Parker Leonard, Leonard.
Yep.
And he is just the cutest thing. He said his channel is all about football, how to make money, and Jesus, and giving God all the glory for everything. And when he said that, my heart melted because there's not many 14-year-olds that say that. And he just, he's just an awesome young man. Makes me cry because it's good to see young people like this.
Don't get upset. Lynn and Ava's on. Said hi.
Who?
Weldon.
Hey, Lynn. Hey, Ava. How you doing? What's it? We got our garden planted last week. Awesome. Awesome.
Nikki and Cheryl's on here.
Hey, y'all. I met Nikki and Cheryl. I think it's Sherry, but I think I called her Cheryl. I don't know. There was a joke about that. But I met them during a class, and we had a good time. We were laughing and getting aggravated because children were screaming and crying, and we couldn't hear what we were in there to learn about. And anyway, we had a good time. They're awesome ladies.
Parker said thank you.
So Parker Leonard, y'all go check out his YouTube channel. He doesn't have many followers yet, but I'm telling you, this young man is going to be a world changer. I think he's going to be a world changer for sure. Y'all go check him out.
All right, me and T. No more dogs. No more going dogs. Don't be
What
doing
is
that
it?
on here.
What is
Shouting out for Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, talking to a diehard Alabama
So-
fan here.
So I attended a class on solar 101. It was pretty good. Also attended rabbit processing, how to can it, how to process it, and also how hog processing. And the Perry Hill Farms, they did a fantastic job. Very knowledgeable,
Mhm.
very laid back, and it was so informative. They
So
had-
organized.
yes.
That pamphlet. That
I've
they
even got a
made
pamphlet, and I had to get them to give me signatures, autographs on it, because they had
Roll
their
Tide,
pictures, and it was amazing. I even got Beckett; he signed it. So I showed it to Tracy, and she
Yeah.
couldn't believe how organized it was. But really, it was. If you ever get a chance, they're thinking about doing like a 2-day, like a weekend thing at their farm, and actually doing the whole thing and cooking it and having a hoedown. So check them out, Perry Hill
they're-
Farms.
Perry Hill Farms. If y'all aren't following Perry Hill Farms, please go follow them.
They
are the best family.
Yes.
I love them.
and there's 2 Erics. Weird, but no, it's not weird. But anyway, they invited everybody over their farm.
Everybody, like 75 people.
Yeah,
Well,
there was
it
more
was
than
it was
70.
it was the vendors.
Yeah, and the
and
YouTubers,
the
some
you-
YouTubers.
some YouTubers.
But it was amazing.
75 people.
Yeah.
They cooked a hog and had a potato bar,
Mhm.
and some people brought different things, and a blueberry cobbler that was
Yes.
the best
And
that
Eric
I have ever
Stumpy
had.
ate it all, wouldn't let me have none. But anyway, so it was good.
So they're awesome, y'all. Perry Hill Farm. I mean, they do everything.
Mhm.
They have hogs, they have rabbits, they have chickens, they have a cow, they have goats, they have
They have
gardens, they have fruit orchards.
They have Jace.
They have a what's that house? A smokehouse.
Yes, smoke their own meat.
I mean, they
And
do.
I'll tell you too,
They're
that
awesome.
meat, like you can tell I've had a lot of sausage and bacon in my life and pork chops, but they during the presentation, they cooked the fresh meat that they had harvested like the day before, and it was in a cooler. But they cut up pieces of pork chop, sausage, and they passed it around. Oh my gracious.
Mhm.
And they didn't have like tons of seasoning on it. It was just basically a little bit of seasoning. I think it was called Evergreen he uses,
Oh, I
and
don't know.
Redmond salt. They have a affiliate with them. But my gracious, I'm definitely going to get me. They have a oh boy, starts with the M. Oh man, Mangalisa and
Mangalisa.
Berkshire Cross
Mhm.
pig. And oh boy,
Hey, Karen,
Mm.
you're late because you're gardening. It's my kind of girl right there. I have to make myself come in and get cleaned up a little bit to get on here. Yeah, y'all go check out Perry Hill. They're awesome. The canning makes jams and jellies, and I mean they're amazing, and they're the sweetest, kindest people. They have such a gift of hospitality and kindness.
yeah, I've got another home down there.
Hey, Vera. She has her own planter box. She has celery and potatoes growing. Good for you, Vera. Good for you. I love to see young people in the garden and learning how to garden.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, tell them about the lady we met from Clanton.
Oh yeah.
That she volunteers at the YMCA in Clanton,
Alabama.
and teach. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Her name's Leah's, and she had 2 of the cutest little girls, Claire and Anna, I think. Am I right? I think
like
it's
that.
Claire and Anna. Anyway, that little Claire stole all of our hearts during the apothecary class that we took. Rob and Deb from Generations Homestead and Brown Thumb Nursery, they have 2 channels. They came and we ran into them and hung out with them for a while. They're awesome too. Y'all go check them out.
Hi, Jackie.
But they went to a class with they went to a class with me. Rob, Deb, me, Erica, Danette, and I think it was Danette. I still get Danette and Denise mixed up. I'm sorry, y'all. I love y'all so much, and I can't believe I can't keep y'all straight. They're twins. So anyway, we were all in that class, and this little girl, Claire, she just was answering or was asking some very intelligent questions. She stole our heart. Anyway, so Liz, I met her before. I've helped her at Petals from the Past. I actually gave her a tour of my. Sorry, Denise. I'm sorry.
Oh my God!
I'm so sorry.
I'm just gonna start calling them the D&Ds.
I wish y'all just wear name tags for me. Anyway, so I had met her before, like 2 years ago or something. Gave her a tour. She took one of my classes or something, and I knew she looked familiar. But anyway, she came up to me and was talking to me. She follows us, and she is doing a program at the YMCA, a gardening program where she's teaching young people how to garden. And awesome. Tell them about the lady.
And this lady, they didn't. Well, she did say her name. She did
say her name, but I can't remember.
But this lady passed away in Clanton and was very wealthy, and she donated $12,000 to the garden project there, mm-hmm. and they call it the Yarden, Yarden. But they are having so much success. And what really got me going was the little girls saying that they love going and teaching about gardening to young kids and about Jesus.
Mm-hmm. That's what
Anna said that. My gracious.
I know.
What an awesome thing to teach the kids. Because a lot of those kids, not all of them, but some of them are less privileged than others. And they go there after school, not all of them, but some of them, and they're learning about Jesus. And it's right, that particular Y is right across the road from some projects, and they see a lot of kids, and that is awesome.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm
cultivating so Jesus. That's right.
Yep. I am so glad that I ran into her there. And if you're close to the YMCA in Clanton, Alabama, she would love volunteers. Crazy Lizzie Goat Farm was there, and Glenda was teaching people how to make soap, goat's milk soap.
And I've tried that soap. I've tried that soap, and it's good. I had it tonight. I still got it in the red Solo cup.
So I was standing there watching her make soap and showing this little girl how to make soap. And there was a Solo cup sitting of like her remnants, I guess, where she cuts her soap. And I was smelling it. It smelled so good. And she said it's called Farmer's Armpit. Stephen named it Farmer's Armpit. And she said, Lord, here, give this to Gene so he don't have stinky armpits. Anyway.
Oh boy.
So it smells good. Hey, Meg's little house in the country. Hey, Jackie. How are you?
West Tennessee.
Hey, Nikki. Sherry. That's right. It's Sherry, but I thought it was Cheryl. Sorry.
I messed you
Sorry,
up.
Sherry. Who else was there? So Generations Homestead and Brown Thumb Nursery, they weren't vendors or anything. They just came. It was fun to hang out with them for a little while. And Rob brought me some plants, some spaghetti squash. I had mentioned in one of my videos that I didn't have spaghetti squash seeds, so he brought me some. It was very, very thoughtful. We did, what does that say? From Red Dirt Road?
We did that in Opelika at a low-income housing community. We had a community garden where the kids did everything.
Awesome.
That's good.
Awesome.
Yep, the soap class. Yep, that was awesome. Yeah, we met several people. There's a lot of people that's moving from other states into Alabama. One couple, the Slabstone Soapery, I think that group, they were from the Carolinas. They moved to Dothan. But I tell you something else we did. Tracy and I had some time that week, and we went over to the Dothan Botanical Gardens, and it is beautiful.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Beautiful.
So peaceful and pretty.
Wow. If you want to see some roses, now their rose garden, is amazing.
What is the best? Lori Wells says, what is the best way to plant potted roses? How do I prepare my soil? Please and thank you. God bless y'all. The best thing to do when you're planting roses is to remember not to plant them too deep. Wherever the soil line is in the pot, let that be level with your ground or even raised up a little bit. If they're planted too deep, the roots will rot and they will die. I like to, when I'm planting roses, I like to dig my hole twice as wide as my container. So if I've got a 1 gallon container, I'm going to dig it twice as wide. And I'm going to mix in some good soil conditioner or compost, like black cow or something. Mix it in with my native soil. Make a good mix, half and half, and then plant it. And, keep it watered well. And I fertilize my roses about every 6 weeks, from the middle of March to the middle of September. Fertilize your roses. And when you fertilize them, what's happening is you're encouraging new growth, and that's flushing off old growth. And old growth is usually where your disease and insect problems are. So if you keep a good fertilization program going, you're going to keep a healthier rose. Plus, you're going to have a lot more blooms, of course. So I like to do that. And when fertilizing, mix your fertilizers up a little bit. Don't use the same fertilizer every 6 weeks. Use a different rose fertilizer because it just supplies them different things that they need.
I remember, I seen who we forgot, Flomaton Famous.
Flomaton Famous.
He did an awesome job on grafting,
mm-hmm.
and I did not attend that, but I heard it was just amazing. He's very knowledgeable, Randall, at doing that.
He's very knowledgeable at fruit trees. We got a fruit tree from him.
The shell apple.
The shell apple.
Mm-hmm.
So he told me the whole history behind that. If you know me, you know I'm a sucker for the history of plants. He told me the whole history of the shell apple, and I did a little clip of him telling us that. It's going to be on my video on Thursday. But this is an apple that is supposed to do really well here in Alabama. And it produces it could produce up to 150 pounds of fruit on one apple tree. Wow. So it's pretty incredible. I'm excited to plant it. I am excited.
And also, that
I took her class.
Living raising the meat wrap, living the high life. What was that girl's name? Height. Her name was.
The name of her thing was the height life.
Anyway, they were great too. They had a lot of her. They're writing. Her and her daughter's writing some.
Her and her son.
Her and her people's.
Her and her son's writing a book.
Is writing a little coloring book for children, and it's
I can't remember her name. I took Michelle Flomaton Famous. I took her class. She did one on nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really good.
Yeah, I know Tracy's really excited doing that sourdough because she's all about bread. Bread in the morning, evening, supper time, lunch.
I love
snack.
Bread.
So that bread was amazing. It was like a big, huge mound. And
Glenn, I don't remember the chill hours on the apple tree, but it was super low. Watch our video coming up Thursday morning. It'll post, and Randall will be talking all about that apple.
And
awesome.
It doesn't have to have a double pollination too, male to female, right? What is it?
Chance getting
carbs.
My son, our son Chance is on here. He's a super big health nut, works out, all into health and nutrition and working out.
That's okay.
And he's getting on to me carbs. But sourdough,
yes,
is good for you. It has probiotics. It's fermented. It's
gluten free.
It's good for you. So, I don't guess it's good for you if you sit and eat a whole loaf every day, but
the loaf can last a week.
Yeah. Anyways. Hey, Monica, I need a Just Dig It Farms shirt. Okay.
Did y'all go mudding this weekend, Monica? It's mudding season, isn't it? Up and down the river.
Hey, Monica, go check out our website. It's justdigitfarms.com. And we have, it's called Spread Shop. Spread Shirt, Spread Shop. And that's where all our merchandise is. So if you want to order you a shirt or anything, that's where you can get it from at our store.
Some of those sizes are a little weird. We have no control over that. And if you get the wrong size shirt, they will ship you another one. So
yeah,
don't worry about that.
Yep.
Because I have to different size shirts and different styles is all over the page. So
Linda at End of the Pavement County Girl says we need more young people like that. Yes, we do. Hey, Renee.
Yeah, every time I see where did you see that? Oh yeah, End of the Pavement. Every time I see that, that's where we used to go party back in high school. We had a place called End of the Pavement.
Yep.
It was just a road out in the country and End of the Pavement. And we had bonfires out there and craziness.
Yeah. Oh, Renee just put in the comment feed, she put a link to our spread shop.
Yep. Just Digging Farms.
Thank you, Renee.
On Facebook. She probably did it over here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Carbs are good for you. That's right, Renee. You tell them. You got to have carbs. You got to have energy.
So Renee is our daughter-in-law, Chance's wife, and she sent me a little video clip the other day of our little grandson, Cooper, with a big old mouthful of bread. And she said, we have a carb lover. It's like, yes, that is my grandson.
He started walking a good bit today with his little walker, taking some steps.
Won't be long and he'll be gone. He's so cute. And guess what? He is coming here this weekend. We are so excited to get to see him. And okay, so
130 chill hours.
So I'll come back to that in a second. So Laura at Simply Making It said, Chip said 130 chill hours on the apple. That's awesome. 130 chill hours. That's great. Thanks, Laura. I miss you. I hope you're going to be at Antiques this weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing you. And I want to talk to you about doing a demonstration at our Great Fall Garden Festival. So our grandson, Chance, Renee, and Cooper are coming down for the weekend, and they're going to be at the Antiques in the Garden event, hanging out with us.
Yep, Coop just turned 11 months.
Tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Can't believe he's almost a year old.
He's fixing to.
Fixing to.
And our new grandbaby on the way in the oven.
Yeah.
Ella Rain.
Yeah.
She is
she's
growing. Yeah, she's cooking.
Oh.
Her and
I'm gonna tell y'all, all those little pink clothes and dresses, man, she's killing me.
Yep.
Hey, Alan and Wendy. So Alan and Wendy
A&W Mini Farm
with the A&W Mini Farm have been on a motorcycle ride trip for the weekend. I think I read y'all were on the road for 1,500 hours.
Goodness gracious, that hurt my back.
Am I right? Or am I wrong?
Oh no.
Oh, Janet's just getting over COVID. Oh my gracious. Speaking of COVID and viruses, I did this class with this lady called Morris Patch of Heaven Homestead. She has a YouTube channel. Morris, Morris, Patch of Heaven Homestead. And she's all about herbs and natural. She had all of her children naturally. And like, she's just all
strong
about
woman.
Holistic medicine. And I did a class with her on tinctures and salves. I just joined the class. So she had an olive leaf tincture, which I got. And here's a little sheet what olive leaf is good for. Olive leaf extract may help manage type 2 diabetes, support heart health, protects against viral infections. It's an antioxidant, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, and neuroprotective properties. And really, I wasn't supposed to say some of those words on the internet.
We are not a doctor.
You get in trouble for saying some of that stuff.
Anything we say or do may be held against you in a court of law.
But anyway, that olive leaf, I got some from her because that's supposed to help with viruses and stuff. So,
Is it too late to start the survival garden medicinal herb seeds?
where are you? Where are you located?
Melanie Maldonado.
I've been waiting for the sunshine and warm weather since I don't have a greenhouse. You'll be okay. Now there's some of them, depending on where you're at. Like we're Central Alabama Zone 8B, and things like chamomile and feverfew and calendula.
East Tennessee.
Okay, East Tennessee. You probably should be fine. You should probably be able to start most all of them. I don't know what's in the survival medicinal herb seed collection. I'm not sure what's in those collections, but you'd probably be fine to start most of them.
Hey, Alan and Kathy, first timers from Southwest Ohio.
Hey, glad y'all are
Glad
here.
y'all are on.
My favorite shirt is Grow Your Own Medicine. Thank you, Neva. Thank you.
Wow.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite design that we have too.
Amanda says that her husband's down there. They live on the Redneck Riviera. Yeah, I stay down there all the time. Her husband built 6 raised beds.
Awesome.
That's sweet.
Well, so she's been studying and watching our channel.
Watch the testimony.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Follows well about using. Yes, but awesome. Thanks, Amanda, for watching.
Yep, thank you. Thanks everybody for watching. So Alan and Wendy were 13 hours yesterday from Houston to Jasper, and 1,500 miles total. My gracious, I don't know how y'all do that.
Did you eat any bugs?
I don't know how y'all do that. Hey, Heather and Troy, I believe, right? Heather and Troy from Higher Grounds Farm. Finally made it, planting flowers and checking the chicks in the brooder. Awesome. Spring is such a wonderful time. Such a happy, happy time.
Wow. Did you see Jacqueline and Jacqueline?
Jacqueline and Zach.
Yeah, Jacqueline Zach, Head Family Farm.
Yeah.
She had she went out by the pond a couple of days ago, and there was a huge king snake was swallowing a copperhead,
eating
the copperhead, and it was amazing.
It's awesome that she caught that on video.
Mean, that's one reason why. Now I don't have that
Jacqueline,
practice.
Cowbell Farm.
But you know, you're not supposed to. The good snakes you need to keep. You're supposed to, because they do help get rid of the mean ones.
Yep. Just like the wolf spider, it eats the brown recluse and the black widows. You're supposed to leave those alone.
You've been watching National Geo.
You're supposed to leave those alone too.
Oh boy. Oh Lord have mercy.
So let's see. Speckle King video was cool. Yes, it was. And a little report on Eleanor. So Head Family Farm, Zach and Jacqueline.
That's a troll one.
Yeah, I don't know what you do with them.
That's all right.
Zach and Jacqueline's little girl, Eleanor, Head Family Farm. So she had to have surgery on her finger, and she's doing good. She's doing great. Jacqueline said very minimum pain, and she's doing really well.
Go, Diana. She is throwing out the seeds.
All right. That's our groovy grandma from Toledo, Ohio. Also a little report on Pharaoh from our Brown farmhouse. Little Pharaoh had his open heart surgery this past week, and he's doing good. He's at home, and he's doing great. She sent me some pictures and some videos of him and some updates, and he's a little warrior. He is definitely a little warrior.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't
like spiders or snakes. I don't like spiders or snakes either. I don't like them.
I'd show you on the video, but I'm not showing you.
Spiders don't bother me too much.
But I had, heck, was it 10 years ago? 15? Anyway, I was out weed eating, cutting grass, and came in, took a shower, and long story short, right on my belt line, I've got a cut about that long, no joke, from a brown recluse.
Yeah.
And I had to have tubes in forever draining.
It was horrible.
It was
absolutely
disgusting
horrible.
From a brown recluse. I never knew it bit me.
He came in from work and was getting a shower, and I saw this little red spot on him. I was like, "What is that?" He said, "I don't know." By the next morning, it was huge and rotten.
It was festered up, and you could melt ice on it.
So we went to the hospital, and they cut it open and sent him home with a cut open gut, and expected me to pack it.
Here's Tracy.
I couldn't do it. My knees were. I felt like my legs were noodles, and I could not do it.
I tell you that was. I have to sleep on. I have to sleep. I love sleeping on my stomach, so I cannot sleep on my back. So obviously, I couldn't sleep on my stomach, so I had these open wounds, and I honestly, that was when I almost got addicted to pain pills. Because I'm a horse. It takes about 5 before I feel anything. Even the dentist can tell you that. And I was taking so many. So long story short, I was driving to work one day after it started healing up, and I got about a quarter mile down the road, and I felt something stopped at a stop sign. I looked down in my lap, felt something warm, and that thing burst open. And I had to go through it all again. So I about got addicted. But anyway, because I had to lay on my back. And that is the most awfulest thing in the world, to be having to be laid up at home somewhere.
Yeah, it was bad. It was nasty. What is we missing some on the other?
Oh, yes.
Anyway, it was rough. It was really,
I don't see
rough.
how you packed it yourself, because I couldn't do it. It was backwards. If you look in the mirror, you're sitting there going, "Oh."
You did. You did too. Pack it yourself. You did
it
because I couldn't.
They give you these Q-tips, and they're not Q-tips. They're literally, they're way bigger than a spoon.
I couldn't do it.
Oh, I couldn't. Oh, I hate that.
I have a.
Hey, Pop, you're feeling better.
Hey, Pop, glad you're feeling better.
That's good.
Good.
So you're not running from the nurse anymore? You know who Mom is? Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Well, good. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yep, glad you're better, Pop.
Eat some of those oatmeal raisin cookies Mom made.
Oh, my goodness. 130 peeps are here to support you. Thanks for telling us, Diana. Lori Wells says, "Hi, Mr. Gene."
Hey, Lori.
So, if you're coming to this Saturday, April the 20th, is our Antiques in the Garden YouTubers meet and greet event at Petals from the Past Nursery in Jemison, Alabama, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's a fun event. There's vendors, antique vendors set up all in the gardens, all over the nursery. And there's 14 YouTubers. There was 15, and Cattywampus had to cancel. They had something else more important that came up.
Good reason.
Their son is getting baptized. He dedicated his life to the Lord, and he's getting baptized, and they won't be coming. So
in Georgia.
Yes, so I am super happy about that. It's always good to hear that. But we've got, us, Just Dig It Farms will be there. Jason and Brooke with Cog Hill Farm will be there. Head Family Farm, Sneed's Farmhouse, Sanctuary, Perry Hill Farm, Big Family Small Farm, Hidden Oaks Homestead, Chestnut Hills, Flomaton Famous, G&G Farm, that's Catherine who's on here, A&W Mini Farm, that's Wendy and Allen, Generations Homestead and Brown Thumb Nursery, that's Rob and Deb, Cowbell Farms, Jacqueline, which she's on here, and Crazy Lizzie Goat Farm, they're on here, and we will all be set up past the retail fruit. There's a section of fruit, the retail fruit section. We are down past it. There should be some good signage this year to point people there. And we'll just be down there just hanging out to meet and greet y'all.
Jackie Moffett wants to know if you've ever made fire cider.
I have never made fire cider, but I need to. There's many times that I need fire cider. And I know it tastes horrible and it's horrible, but it's really, really good when you've got a cold or you're sick. but I have not made it. So it's a fun day. Antiques in the Garden is a fun day. And Jackie says what?
Her car broke down. She
Oh,
she not be able to
shoot.
come.
Sorry, Jackie. It's a fun day. We hope you get to come out and just hang out with us, meet us, greet, talk, hang out, shop, eat. There's 2 food vendors that will be there. And it's just, the nursery is a beautiful, beautiful place.
Was you going to talk about the mullein?
So if you're planning to come, let us know. Let us know in the comments if you're planning to come. I also picked up a mullein tincture while I was there. And I got this for respiratory for coughing and chest. So I hope, I'm hoping this is going to break everything up and get it out of there. Higher Grounds will be there.
Edith says she's packing today for the trip and she's cooking tomorrow for her husband. So we'll have things to
eat. Good for you, Edith.
Oh, boy.
Well, we look forward to meeting you. Anybody?
Yeah, Bellingrath Gardens is awesome too.
Yeah, it is.
That's
It is.
I've been wanting to go to what's that place in Georgia, the Biltmore?
No, that's North Carolina, isn't it?
Well, what's that place?
Callaway Gardens.
I guess so.
I've never been to Callaway Gardens. Never been to Callaway Gardens. What else do we need to talk about? Connie and Jose will be there. Yay, yay, yay. We won't leave early this time. And Allison and Alan Adair will be there, Handmade Homestead. They are going to be helping us again. They have volunteered the past few events and helped us, and they're awesome. We love y'all. Roberta Hubble. Hey, Roberta, I was wondering if you were coming. It's going to be good to see you.
Kat's Tiny Kitchen says her hubby is using the mullein for congestion, and it's working. Seems to be working.
Good. Well, I heard a couple of testimonies when I knew mullein. I've got mullein, and I knew it was good for respiratory and congestion and coughing, bronchitis, all that stuff. So I went ahead and just picked up a tincture because I need it to work now.
Connie lives 10 miles from Callaway. Good.
Oh,
gracious.
really? Awesome. I've never been to Callaway. I want to go too, Catherine. Jackie says, in her boots, when do you think you'll bring that back? I'm planning to by the fall. That is my goal. That is my plan. I hate I didn't get to do it last year, but health stuff, I just couldn't. So I'm hoping I can do it this fall.
Yeah, chances. And some of us have played in the garden with a Callaway. That's golfer insider stuff there. Yeah, but I've still been digging up golf balls out in the field. My son, when he comes, he usually knocks the balls. Him and Chase get out there, and the tractor will roll over, and there'll be a little white spot, and I'll have to dig it up. Clyde's been digging up some. Our Great
Tina
Pyrenees.
Phelps says, hello, new here from Coghill Farms. Heard many great stories of you. Welcome, Tina. We're glad you're here. So glad.
So yeah, the garden, we were out there a little while this afternoon when I got off work, and we went out there, and things are starting to come along. We need some more rain. Still don't have the irrigation completed, but it's coming.
Yeah. I
ordered some more parts today. But boy, have y'all noticed this year how bad the little gnats and mosquitoes already are? Like, you go out there and they try to get in your eyes and your nose.
All the holes.
It's horrible.
They go for all the holes.
Can't stand those little critters.
No, I hate them. Callaway Butterfly House is absolutely amazing. I've heard it was. When we were at Dothan Botanical Gardens, we went to their little butterfly house. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've heard the Callaway Butterfly House is spectacular. I want to go see it. Crazy Lizzie says Stephen will get home just in time for Petals in the Past. We're glad.
Good.
Stephen is in Africa on a mission trip. Jean keeps telling him to bring back a wife, but he has to own a couple of cows.
He has to
can
have cows
a
or a chainsaw. He can be the mayor of that town. So this, let's see, who was it? Somebody said they liked this little teapot.
Yeah. I love it. It's called the Think Tea.
Think Tea.
Teapot.
I got it in Quebec. Actually, I got it in Granbury, near Canada. In Canada.
I love it. It has the built-in diffuser in it.
Yep.
So that you can steep your tea.
Yep.
Now I have looked on Amazon, and they have some on Amazon that's very similar to this. So you might could find you one on Amazon. I love my teapot though. It's awesome.
Yep.
And you don't put this on the stove though.
Yeah.
Like I have like a kettle thing that I boil my water and then I pour it over in here.
Also at that same place, I got us a what do you call that thing? A French press coffee.
Yeah, coffee
and
French
wow, that makes some good coffee.
Chance says better make time for those lavender cookies. Cooper said so. I do. Okay. I'm gonna write that down.
It never got cold enough. We always say that it never gets cold enough to zap them out, but it seems like when you have the coldest years is when the mosquitoes are worse the next year. I don't know. Who knows?
Heather with Higher Grounds Farm said, I bought a bay laurel tree today. What do you do to take care of yours, and how do you preserve your bay leaves? So a bay leaf tree is a lot like the olive tree, and you have to protect it during the winter time. Now, I have seen bay leaf trees growing in the yard in Alabama, and they're big and beautiful, but they have to be very established before a frost comes, or it will kill it. So I grow mine in a container in a big pot, and I just carry it to my greenhouse at the beginning of every winter. I leave it there like it's still in the greenhouse right now. I got to pull it out, but definitely keep it protected here. It will die at 32 or below. And how do I preserve them? I pick them off and I dry them. I put them in a dehydrator, or I just lay them out on a screen and let them dry. Mm-hmm. And then I just jar them up and use them.
You ever grown Russian sage?
Yes, I love Russian sage. It is beautiful. And the butterflies love it.
Have y'all
really
put your hummingbird feeders out yet? I love me some hummingbirds.
Definitely get you some Russian sage and add it to your garden. It's so pretty.
Cooking with Pam Davidson is on a mission to Kenya to drill wells. Awesome.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, we've got a friend that's over in Peru right now, Bo Moody. He takes wheelchairs to the people in the mountains.
And blankets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, she lives in Zone 9A, and she grows bay laurel in the ground.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. I bet you can. Can y'all grow moringa trees here? Yes, we can.
Got some growing.
Yep. I've got them. Now, they will die. They're a tropical plant, so they will die in the wintertime. But I actually have them growing in a couple of raised beds in my greenhouse.
Love that.
I've got moringa. I've got a bunch of jars of like ground where I've dried it, and then I've ground it up into like a powder. And I've made capsules out of it. Gene puts it in. I put it on
his shakes, cereal, oatmeal. Also turmeric. I put turmeric in that moringa. That moringa's the bomb.
Moringa is a super
miracle.
It's the miracle tree is what it's called, and it is a superfood. It's full of. In fact, they grow it. I did a lot of research on it, and they grow it in Ethiopia for a nutrient food to give all of the people there, because they're so nutrient deficient.
But you found the one though that is the miniature one, because it's
a dwarf, but it still gets big.
It gets 12. It gets at least 12 feet tall if we don't keep it cut.
Yeah, it gets really big. So We first discovered moringa in Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
We went to we went to Costa
We
Rica.
went to a hippie camp.
We went to a hippie farm, a permaculture farm, and just did a little tour there and talked to them, hung out with them, ate lunch. I enjoyed it. It was fun. But when it got to evening time and they were talking about free love around the circle of there was like this circle thing, and then it had like all these points that come out from this circle. And so at evening time, everybody on the commune came together around this circle.
Come together.
And it was called the love circle. So when it came time for the love circle, Gene and I hit the road.
We did like we did like Scooby Doo. No way, baby. I am strictly AC.
We got somewhere we got to go. So anyway, but
okay. Drop that beautiful thing footage. Okay, Alan, they want to know if tea olive trees are beneficial.
Let me finish my story.
Okay, tell your wanderlust.
So we were there, and we were just walking all through the gardens and stuff, and there was like this little low growing leafy plant. So we're like, what is this? This is so cool. So he's like, pick it up and eat it. And then he starts telling us about it's moringa. And there in Costa Rica, it just grows like it's invasive.
Yeah.
But they eat it on everything because it's so healthy. So we discovered it, and I was like, oh man, I wish we could grow that here.
That salad was amazing.
So good. Oh. The food was so good. So later on, I found the seed at Baker Creek Seeds. Mm-hmm. So I've been growing it ever since.
Yeah.
Now, what was Alan's question?
About tea olive trees. Are they beneficial for anything?
Yes. So tea olive. Do you mean like the fragrant tea olive? That's probably what he means. Yeah. The fragrant tea olive. I don't know. I honestly don't know about that. And Osmanthus fragrance, which is the ornamental tea olive that blooms. If that's the one you're talking about.
Yes, that's what he said.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, I don't know that it has any medicinal property. I don't know. I'm going to look that up and find out, but I don't know.
They said Wanderlust Circle. Was it Naked Gardener Day by chance? Hey, I've tried to get her to do that with me, do a Naked Gardening Day on the channel, but she won't do it.
Nobody was naked, but it was getting scary. It was getting a little scary.
Oh, Lord.
Wanderlust vibes.
Hey, when they start coming out with them little flutes, and you got a couple of people over there in the side.
It was very cool, though, because they had.
You notice she keeps saying it's very cool.
I loved it.
Tracy's a hip. She's a hip.
I am. I was born just a little bit too late. I could have been a hippie.
Oh.
They had like adobe huts. They had these little huts, adobe huts, clay bale huts. What's it called? Clay bale huts, I think. And they had them like all around. And it was a yoga. They had this big yoga dome, this yoga studio dome. And it was really neat.
I was scoping out the whole time how to escape out of that place. When they locked and tied us up, I was ready to go.
They didn't lock and tie us up.
I said when they were about to get to that point.
Nah.
It was kind of like Gilligan's Island when they're going to tie you up and put you in a cage. No one would have ever found us in Costa Rica. No one.
Hey, Endale, how are you? We're just sharing our Costa Rica hippie farm story. Yeah, I sought this farm out. And then we went to another commune place up there. Costa Rica.
Yeah, they were love shacks.
If I didn't have this farm here in Alabama that I love, and my family wasn't here, I would live in Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah.
Costa Rica would be my place to live. I love it. Ecuador. I love the vibe.
Yep.
I love everybody's natural. Everything's just so organic, and like all those little communities we went to and everything is just such a laid back, easygoing.
I love that place.
Vibe. I love Costa Rica.
I'm wanting to go back.
Love it.
I was wanting to go this year, but
we want to go and take our kids.
We're gonna wait. Gonna wait.
It was awesome. We stayed in a tree house. It was called Casa Silva, which means tree house. So we stayed. It was like a cool thing. It was a tree house. Really neat.
Yep. You could see from the outdoor and the bedroom. It was open, really wasn't any windows. It was open, and you could hear the surf from the ocean. You could see the waves and see the ocean, but you could hear it. Yeah. And it would rain, tropical rainforest.
So cool.
The howler monkeys, they would scare you slap to death.
So Chance says you guys should go on hiking on the ledge again.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
that was so.
So we're really adventurous, and we
scary.
we found this guy at a farmer's market, and we were talking to somebody about going hiking. We wanted to go to some waterfalls. Mm-hmm. Well, somehow, and we just didn't meet a total stranger. It wasn't like that.
We didn't know him. We didn't know him.
I have pretty good discernment about people, but we went with this guy. He was younger than me, but on their family land, and went out there to just me and Tracy and this guy on this trip. And I'm telling you right now, best trip other than Tracy getting sick. She got vertigo, but we went down this mountain through this trail, and the trail, when I say jungle, I'm talking jungle.
Serious
and
jungle.
It's jungle. Only like a little path you walk, and it went down, and we could look down way down in the bottom and see the waterfall. Amazing with the pool, and it was one like you see on a movie. And we went down there, but as we came around the crest of the bluff that dropped off, she starts falling because it was really rocky kind of. And when you fall and you're dead. Well, I was walking because she started getting a little bit of motion sickness. And she fell, and then I fell going after her. And I'm telling you right now, I was like clawing for roots, and I could just see us,
And it wasn't no, like when you go hiking at a state park or something, they have like
guardrails,
ropes or rails or something. What you held on to as you were climbing this cliff on the side of a mountain was root vines is what you were holding on to climb. And I made it there fine. And Jean swam in the waterfall. There was no way I wouldn't have been strong enough to do it. It was serious.
I was getting scared, thinking I was going to get washed down.
It was serious because just right over the next thing, like the waterfall went, then another, and then it was like whoosh. And I knew I wouldn't be strong enough.
We started the trek back up. We got back up. Well, she really got sick. I'm talking to the point where she was shaking, and I was having to. And this wasn't no little hike. This was a long way. I bet it was 3 miles or more.
It was serious.
Up and down mountains. But anyway, it was fantastic. It was good. All in all.
But I have inner ear. I get inner ear. So it hit me because I'm on the side of that mountain and I'm all off balance. So it hits me. And I couldn't see. Yeah. Like when you have, I have Meniere's disease. And when you get it that bad, like I couldn't see.
She was on the ground crying and crawling. I had to keep
my eyes closed. I had to crawl on this ledge. I was on my knees crawling and just holding on to Jean and let Jean guide me. Like I was that sick and I could not see. It was bad. It really was bad.
Well, we've been way over an hour.
Have we?
It's yeah. 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes.
Okay.
Wasn't too bad.
All right. Well, y'all.
Brandon Smith, Roll Tide. What's up, Brandon?
Hey, Brandon. Roll Tide.
Where did you get the seeds, Tracy? The moringa seeds?
I got them from Baker Creek. Rare Seeds. It's the only place I found them. I talked to Hoss about trying to get them to carry it and add it to our medicinal herb collection, but they didn't have like a distributor or supplier or something that had them. So Baker Creek's the only place I've seen them.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Yep.
We're going to blow this popsicle stand?
Yep. And we hope to see y'all next week at Antiques in the Garden. But if not, we'll see you here next Monday night at the farm table.
Good night.
Love y'all. Good night. Have a good week.